It's not even funny how deep some of these bits of snow are at the side of the road. Like that side there is much bigger than the van. This may be a little bit like pulling teeth if there's traffic on this road. I really hope there's not.
I'm Chris and I'm solo travelling through Norway in this, my fully loaded motorhome on the ultimate 6 weeks road trip. I'll be filming 42 daily episodes and releasing them every Tuesday and Thursday for the next 21 weeks. So hit subscribe and join us on this incredible road trip. Now let's get back on the road.
Well, Danny's gone and I'm good, to be honest. We had such an amazing week. We ended up down in Mandal because where else am I going to go? It's incredible. It's my favourite place in Norway. We stayed there basically the whole week, down in Top Camp again, the campsite again. If you're getting off the ferry in Kristiansand and you don't go to Mandal and stay at that campsite, you are missing out. I'm just going to put it out there, whether you like campsites or not, you're missing out. The beaches, the things in the woods and stuff, there's like feeding areas for little red squirrels which are just running all over the place. There's bunkers hidden in all the like mountains and in the cliffs and the hills. There's viewpoints, there's the best kebab in Norway, and the campsite as itself is just incredible. So definitely would recommend, just go, have a look, spend a night there when you first get off the ferry. Spend 2 or 3 nights. If you spend one night, I guarantee you'll want to stay a little bit longer because there's so much to see and do there. It's beautiful. Danny loved it as much as I did as well, which is always nice. So that was a great week. We thoroughly enjoyed it. But today I need to push on. I'm heading up to Borgund Stave Church first. And then there's a couple of mountain passes, and hopefully by the end of the day I can get it all the way up to Geiranger. My word, the weather is incredible. It's scorching. So this is the gas thing for the LPG. They've also got the area where you can do your refillable bottles if that's what you've got, just around the corner. And I need to try not to end up covered in gas today, because I was last time. You do need to use a card though. So it only ended up taking just shy of 11 litres, so I obviously haven't used a huge amount, to be fair. At least it means the gauge is pretty much bang on. And I need to try not to get covered in gas this time. Still got us. Before we get into the episode, I thought I'd quickly mention that I flew all the way home because this is done and dispatched. I'm over the moon with this. This is by far the best guide that I've done to date. So if you're planning a trip to Norway, this is the guide for you. It's got 2 parts. Before you go, everything you could possibly need to know before you actually go, then the route and everything else itself. There's also a Lofoten add-on. So if you do want to go much further up north to the Arctic Circle, then you can get that as well. There's a link to that in the description. Anyone into photography, I have got my first Norway photography book called The Road Look Like This. That is also available at the link in the description. And then if not, and you're planning some closer to home stuff, we've got the very best road trip in the UK, the Ultimate Scottish Road Trip, the most iconic road trip in the UK, the NC 500, the best for winter. If you're planning any road trips in the winter and you haven't done this, get it done. My favourite place in all of the UK, the beautiful, incredible Isle of Arran. Then basically the Caribbean, but horrible cold weather because it's Scotland, out at Hebrides, and the long weekend wonder, the Borderlands 320 Northumberland Scottish borders. Incredible. So yeah, I thought I'd just mention that. Flying back out in a couple of days, so let's get back to the video. Well, there's the gas filled. Is there any, there has to be a knack to sort of releasing the gun thing without it just spraying all out here.
I don't mind if it just gets my hand, I suppose, because I can just wash my hand and get the smell off. But when it gets my sleeve, it stinks and I can't get it off, which is a little bit annoying. I've just gotten an email from Stavanger Photo with all the scans on from me negatives that I've dropped in there. So they do film development. They are, like, if you're into your photography and you're near Stavanger, go to Stavanger Photo. The stuff they've got in there is insane. I nearly spent a fortune. Well, I did, but I nearly spent a lot more money because they have got some proper cool camera gear in there, from old film stuff to new stuff. They've got every bit of development stuff that you could possibly need, all the chemicals to develop your photos if you shoot film. They've got film, which I ended up buying. They've got everything. So I've dropped off, I think, 9 rolls of film, and it looks like all the colour scans, which is 8 of them, have just been emailed over. I get to have a look through that later. It's my favourite part about shooting film is getting me scans back. I absolutely love it. And then on my way back down south, I'm going to pop back in, pick up my negatives because I like to keep them, and then probably drop off more potentially, or I might take the others home and get Michael to do them actually. Yes, but it's been a great little morning so far. The weather's nice. I'm going to fill up the diesel just along here, and then at least that's done and I can chip away. I've only got an hour and 50 minutes to the Stave Church, and then I can like knuckle down. So I'll get some diesel in. It means I don't have to worry about any of that, and I can just get me down and crack on without worrying about finding somewhere to stop. I thought I'd use the remainder of this ridiculously long, boring, dark tunnel to give you an update as to what's going on, and rather than showing you the tunnel, I'd show you some nice footage over the top that I've just driven through before I got to the tunnel. So in terms of the guide, everything's going well. It'll probably even be already being dispatched by the time you see this video, but I've also got a limited edition, numbered and hand-signed photography book of this trip. It's called The Road Looked Like This. I've done it with a Borderlands guide, and we sold out of them pretty much straight away as well. And already it's on pre-sale, and we've already had a good chunk of them ordered. And like I said, there'll not be any more than the 50 made. So as per the usual suspects, you know who you are, your supporters in everything I do. I really, really appreciate it. And it's amazing that, and some of you are not even into photography, not even in the slightest, but you buy them to support me, and that's insane that there's people out there that do that. So thank you very much. It means more than you realise. In terms of YouTube, I didn't know what's going on. I haven't got a clue, because initially the videos were doing amazing. I got a load of new subscribers, everything was going great, and then for the last 4 videos it's completely fell off a cliff. Now when I say the last 4 videos, I mean the last 4 in like live time. So at the point of recording this, the last 4 were episodes 4 to 8, and they've kind of just not really done out, and it's been strange. I didn't understand what's changed or what's going on. The average view duration is great, the click-through rate's great, but the views are not there, so YouTube just isn't pushing it out. That could be for a number of reasons, and all of them I didn't know why. So hopefully between now, when I record this, and this video actually going live, I'll have had a couple of videos at least that'll have done well to make this worthwhile, because I really need the videos to do well to kind of make it worth the effort of missing a lot of the trip to sit and edit videos in my van. But we'll see. I didn't really know with YouTube. I can never tell. Sometimes you think, oh, I've got this now, I understand it. My God, that's bright. And then other times you just think, I don't know, I have not got a clue. You'll publish a video that you think that's terrible, like a few of them at the start of this road trip, especially the Denmark one, and that's on like 25,000 views. I don't get it. But anyway, we're at Flam now. We're only 45 minutes away from the next stop, which is Borgund Stave Church. So I'm going to get the rest of this drive done, and we'll pick up when we get to the church, if my retinas haven't been burned out by the reflections in this van, because the sun is shining bright today, just how I wanted it to be. No way, man. I've been here 3.5 weeks and it's still completely blows us away all the time. Absolutely. Just beautiful. If this is your first video, go back to the beginning. Watch from then and you'll quickly see that it's not just this area of Norway that's beautiful. It's the whole country. See how busy it looks. Yeah. Not too bad. I do not need to go all the way in and pay for like a tour or anything. I just need to literally pull up. You can see it from there. You might even be able to see it in the background. I'll show you it. I've already been in, and like I say, the photo is just for the guide, so I don't need to like full on take any photos or any of that sort of stuff of like inside. So we'll get in, we'll get a picture. Well, we'll not get in, but we'll go up to it, we'll get a picture, and then we'll push back on up to the mountain passes that I'm hoping to get to today. Not your typical church. It's proper cool. I forgot how cool it was actually. We'll have a couple of pictures and then I think we'll be able to take you around. I don't know if I'll be able to go in, but if I can, I will, because why not? As you can see, it's not just the one church, you've got a second one, and then there's another building there, and I'm not sure what it is. You do need a ticket if you want to actually go in the grounds, which I'm not going to bother, because like I say, I just need a photo. But thought I'd have a little look, because there's some nice little stone buildings and some flowers here that might look nice as a photo. So that's what I'm going to do, and then we'll push on after that, because in all fairness, like I say, I just needed the photo. If you're not too fussed about churches, it's definitely worth stopping, because it's not far away from the way you're going to be driving anyway. But if you like your churches, it's worth going in and having a little tour around and stuff, because it's very cool inside as well. Very nice van. That is a big old thing, that, isn't it? Imagine driving that old thing around. No, I couldn't. No, I could not. So I might come a little bit out of the way, I think, in this town, just to find somewhere big enough to park the van, because there's knee spaces, and everywhere I went I was blocking someone. But looks like a lovely spot. Let's have a quick look before we find a shop. Nice crystal clear water, beautiful mountains, another lovely spot. I'm a bit aggy today now, to be fair. This proper knocked us, you know, when you just kind of park anywhere, there's no spaces for anyone in anything other than a little car, and you're like, how are you, man? Fucking hell. I think the supermarket's through there. Shopping done, some stuff that I didn't really need, but what I've thought is, if I don't make it all the way to Geiranger, on the mountain pass, where hopefully we'll be high up and potentially even in the snow, I might stay up there and it'll be a way of getting out of some of this heat to try and get a good night's sleep, because I cannot sleep when it's too hot. And obviously the van It does get hot. It did get down to 4 degrees where we stayed last night, me and Danny, so it is still cold in the shade, but it's just forecast to keep getting hot. Hotter and hotter every day. So we'll have to see. What a long day. So I've got plenty of driving to do and I'm knackered. I can't really be bothered now.
So that big mountain up there is somehow where we're going. If I could show you without, like, while I'm driving, what the map looks like on Google Maps. If I'd never been in Norway before, I'd think, nah, that must be a path or something like that. There's no way you'd obviously drive up that, but it definitely is. So we'll see how we get on here. So this mountain up here is where we're going, and there's a big old waterfall at the end of the street. This may be a little bit like pulling teeth if there's traffic on this road. I really hope there's not. Maximum length of the vehicles to get up and down this mountain pass is 10 meters. These roads, I wouldn't fancy having to try and get up here if you did have a van that's 10 meters long. Like, this is 7. Yeah. Because obviously you're going around these bends full lock and you're trying to obviously accelerate around them and up a hill at the same time. You get the old bunny hopping. That's the worst of it out the way on the way up. We'll have some more to do a bit like that on the way back down as well. When we come down. We'll come down the other side now. What that was, a big old pothole. That mountain in the distance is definitely, without a question of a doubt, without a question of a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, maybe his question of a doubt is, I don't know. But anyway, that mountain over there in the distance is definitely the biggest mountain I think I've seen my entire time in Norway. If I think of how long I've been driving up here and how high up I am, and that is not just a bit higher up than this, that is like towering over this. But this is sweet, look at this.
It is on a breezy side, so hopefully you can hear us, but it is so bright. If you look, there's just skiing tracks everywhere over there, so I'm guessing there's people out and about at the minute. It's just a full blanket of snow. I can barely see, it's so bright. I'm not sure, there seems to be a road that goes down, there's another one that goes up and over, but if it goes up and over there, then that is taller, or it looks to be higher than the highest point we were at. So we'll see. This has brightened us up a bit. It's not even funny how deep some of these bits of snow are at the side of the road. Like that side there is much bigger than the van. Insane. I had to come away from that viewpoint, and I would have liked to have shown you a bit more, but I was going to hit someone on the back of the head with my camera, and I thought, just come away. It's not worth it. Honestly, there's no excuse for just being rude and not having manners. Like, it doesn't cost you now, as my mum used to say. Just be courteous. And I know it's an English thing and something we definitely should get back to, because it's ridiculous. And some other countries, I mean, they were French. I'm not saying all French people are like that, but a lot of them are. And they couldn't give a shit about anyone else. So basically, I just hung back near the van, and I just thought, they're both getting out. He's got a camera. She's running up to be up there first to get a picture taken. Fair enough. It is what it is. I'm not in any rush. There's only my van and theirs. So I hung back into there, and she's posing and getting a picture took again. Not my thing, but each to their own. And I was just waiting. And then when they finish, they walk back, and I'm like, right, let's have a look, see what photos I can get. The little monument thing, you could spin the glass in the middle and align it with stuff, and it would tell you what mountain and that you were looking at. And I thought, if I just spin that so that it's perfectly pointing straight, I can get a nice symmetrical photo of this with the mountains in the background. So that's what I done. Obviously, he must have clocked at the van. Oh, he span that. I didn't realise you could. I want that photo. So I'm just walking backwards, maybe 5 meters from the little platform thing, just so I can fit it all in, or most of it in. And I'm looking through the rangefinder, and all of a sudden it just gets dark, because some bloke, the French bloke, came back from his van and stood less than a metre in front of us. Just completely blocked my view, couldn't see out other than the back of his fat head, just because he wanted the same photo as me. And you're like, all right, spot on, thanks for that. And I just think, like, it's just rude. And like, I mean, look at this though. It's quite close to the road here, like. Do I push on a bit more? What we're thinking, gang, we're thinking of this. You got this there, that round there. It's like a lay-by thing. It's got a bin, I didn't need one, but it's got a bin, it's flat. Didn't need it to be, but it is. Or do I push on? I've got a canny bit of driving still to do, you know, and I just can't be bothered with it. We'll do a bit more driving, because it's still only 3:30, and it's a bit early to stop for the night, even though I can't really be chewed. I wouldn't mind having a park up with this mountainous, ridiculous view tonight, like. And that is a little bit early, but I'm not going to get to where I want to tonight anyway. So do I pull in this nice spot here and have all this scenery tonight. What do we think of that? I think there's benches buried deep up there. I might do that, everyone. I think I might. It's 4 o'clock. Gives some time to edit and have a look at stuff and just chill out, because my head is battered today and I've been miserable again. I didn't mean to, but Danny's left us, abandoned us like a stray dog. And it'll be lush and cold up here tonight. Might have to kick on a little bit of frost protect just in case, like. Aye. Let's do that.
Well, this is not a bad spot at all, really, is it? It's a lovely spot. I'll see if I've got the bravery to get outside and do a little video and show you what it looks like. There was a car or a van that I pulled up behind. I think they've changed their mind. It is a bit windy, but again, it doesn't affect us with the legs or anything. I'm not right on the edge and out like that. It's a big pullover spot with a bin, so all should be good. I'm close to the road, but I didn't think that this will be busy on a night, and I could be completely wrong. It might be like a motorway, but I wouldn't have thought that there'd be too many vans and cars and stuff flying up and down this road on a night. I mean, like I say, that might be wrong. We are in Norway, so you never know, but fingers crossed that's not the case. What I am going to do though, because I do suspect that it will get pretty cold tonight, is I'm going to put the heating on about 12 just in case it starts to properly drop, and I'm going to turn the grey water heater on just in case. I didn't want it's grey water at the end of the day. I'm not too fussed about it, but I would rather the tank not be like cracked or out daft like that. I don't think I've really got any grey water in anyway at the minute, so it shouldn't be much bother. But I'll get out in a second when my bravery gets up and I'll show you what it looks like. I need to put my little DIY bag back away anyway first, so we'll do that. Where's my Crocs?
This episode is part of a daily vlog series, so you can head back and watch the previous episode by clicking here, or if you're brand new to this road trip, why not jump back to episode 1 by clicking here and start it from the very beginning.